All right, guys, I had to come back. I was pretty much, like I told you guys, I took a hit on this one this morning, KBH. But I told you guys again, this one had good earnings. So, if you read the report, I didn't feel as if this would go down much more, like I told you guys, because I felt as if their numbers were pretty good. I thought it was real good. So it was all about waiting for the setup. Again, it was two spots I told you guys I was looking for, which was the 2461 or the 2443. And if you look at yesterday's pre-market after hours, you can see it pretty much how it traded, the range, pretty much how I gauged my levels, and that's what I was looking for. Today I took I got a 24. I'll go look at it. I'll show you guys. I pretty much screenshot it and everything. So what got me into this position, this is the bigger time frame trend break I wanted, and we got that. Once I got that, I felt as if we would push higher. So basically what got me into the trade was actually this trend here, and I'll draw it for you guys. This trend right here. So once that trend happened, I pretty much got into this one. I want to say it was like a 24.78 right off this counter right here. I was trying to make sure we didn't pull back, so I gave it some time. I should have waited for this pullback into the trend and took it off that. But again, this is why I do these recaps, to see where I could have got a better position, a better fill. The reason why I didn't take it off this one was because it actually popped real hard. I wanted some type of pullback before I jumped in it to try to see if I can get this curl going. So basically on KBH, my fill on this one was, let's pull that up. I actually showed it. I shared it on Twitter. Told you guys I wanted this one, and here it is, right? 24.78 at 11.50. That's pretty much where I grabbed that one at. And again, I thought the earnings was good and this can push. So as you can see, once this 25.05, VWAP, it did have a little trouble. Now I told you guys I am starting to learn about this VWAP and watching it a little bit. I don't really care for it, but you have to respect certain things that other traders look at, and that's one of the things that they do look at. So I did add this onto my charts, and I have been watching it to see how stocks react to it. This is one that I noticed was getting rejected several times, but if you can also really look at it, you do have a flag forming on it, and I was just waiting on a flag. A buddy of mine's actually, Kwame, he was in it. He was asking what he thought. Do I thought it was going to go higher or whatnot? The reason why I told him I felt as if it was higher, going higher, and told him stay in it was because it was actually forming a flag. I'm trying to get it to click on it. He was actually just above the flag break, and I told him, hey, stay in it. I feel as if you get more of a push on it. And that's the reason why. And also, it was holding this uptrend. So he's pretty much in. I'm pretty sure he's happy about that now. Again, with that one, KBH took a small hit this morning because I was trying to get a little greedy on it. Opened up pretty good on WBA. Felt as if I can get a little bit more out of this one. Got rejected right in here. Pulled on me, took a small hit. And I told you guys I'll wait for the setup at that point to take this long. I didn't feel as if with those numbers that they was going to get a full gap on it. I think I read you guys the numbers on that. Did I? On the last video from this morning. But let's go read. Just in case I didn't. And again, this morning was a prime example of me not waiting for a setup that I normally wait for. And listen, I'm not perfect, but I do. Okay, I don't think I read this one on the last video, but KBH reported second quarter earnings, 51 per share on revenues of 1.0 billion. The estimate was 39 cents per share on a revenue of 934.8 million. So as you can see, they completely beat on the estimates. Actually, it was pretty good numbers compared to that, and they also gave upside guidance, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It also say on here, shows it earnings growth is up, so I'm pretty sure that means upside guidance. So with that being said, I felt as if eventually it was all about just waiting for the pullback, everything to settle in, find the basin. Once you spot the basin, if you look at this clearly, 24.61 was the level I wanted and I was paying close attention to. because pre-market, same thing. Look at this. Yesterday, it was holding this level. When it gave it, it yanked right in here. So with that thought frame, my thought process was like, if we start pulling today and this level can't hold, the next level I'm looking for is a 24.30, because that's where it pretty much bounced off yesterday. If it holds, that's where I'll be looking to bounce it on any type of trend break for a trend reverse. Pretty much here it is, 24.61, held up, started getting the bouncing, clear basing. You can see pretty much even when it yanked at the opening, look where it came to levels. So to me, I thought that was a key level to look for. Even when we broke it, look where it pulled right into where, look at that. So double bottom pretty much, and I started feeling as if that was a nice little base, and the reason why I felt a little comfortable. Plus, with that being said, if I wasn't just being so cautious, right, I really could have even had a 10-6 risk versus an 18-cent risk on this trade to bounce it. It was even better. That's just me being sometimes a little safe. Once I get burnt once on the trade, I go into safe mode, something I need to get out of. But again, KBH, and then as you guys all know, WBA was the other trade from this morning. Both had good earnings. This one didn't have blowout earnings or anything. It's just, to me, I felt as if, like I said, it was beaten down earlier. With it being beaten down, I thought anything positive or anything geared to a good earnings, this would push. So that was my thought process on that one. Pretty much. Let's see. Once you flag break on that one, flag holds, should get pushed towards 6. We tested. That's what I'm watching on that one. Again, guys, those are my 2 trades I was in. AJ had some awesome plays today as well. I don't think I went over them earlier as well. So again, it's just, to me, AJ had what, a total of 13 picks today. Let's see what's up. ZGNX up on resubmit NDA. So I think he probably tried to take that one down. Reading that, let's see. ZGNX. I'll get another again. 50. So he's calling the pop towards 50. Pretty much called it off, not by much, and then for you to short it for a point or two. So even if you took it off, look, another trade. You just watch it. So basically, even if I was looking at this one, I wouldn't short it into this trend break. As you guys know, I am I love my trends. So for me to even take this short off of AJ notes, I would try to put the trade in my favor. And how I would do it is right off here. You have a clear double top. Finally get the trend break. Your wrist is now double top to bring it back down. So that would have been pretty. So again, his notes are on point on that one as well. BRCA phase 2 study results. And look at BRCA. This is nothing more than a pop and fade. So he pretty much said if any pop at open, he felt as if this was going to fade back to 10 and under, went all the way back to $9. So he killed this one. Nice trade by AJ. AOI. Let's see what this one is. Oh, all right. FDA approved supplement new drug application. Just really nothing ever. Top gapping up 4, decent value. Like to see a push. Open 15, 17. On stupidity. Then look. So he wanted to any pop basically at open. He felt as if you can scale in short and bring it back down to fill the entire gap. Nice trade. God, that was a nice one. Don't know how I overlooked that one. DOVA. Typing on stuff. DOVA. Probably another short. Just looking at this. DOVA. Let's see here. Another one. Same thing. Basically the same thing as AOI. Pop and fade, if anything. Same thing. Pop, fade. FDA approval. New drawback application. Nothing big about it. KBH. You guys all know. I traded that as well. That was on his list. Nice strong earnings beat. Stock gapping the two. Like to see a pop a little bit more towards 26.27. If it comes, then look for a slow gap fill. Fade back to 24.50 and under. If it yanks to that area, bottom curl it and then go long. So as you guys know, KBH pretty much he wanted a 24.50 and under to take it long. He's not off by much. You don't have to wait for a exact spot if you are trading off his notes. Basically, you have it. 24.61. It was mine's, and his on is 24.50. You know what? He almost nailed it to see 24.56. Not bad at all. Very close. Even with that being said, you can get in there, start taking a position to bounce it. So again, another good trade to upside and downside. MLHR. See, MLHR. This one here, right? I did hear him talking about this one. I did want to try to short it, but the reason why I backed off on this one on the short side is because this is at an all-time high. Anytime it has an all-time high, these things typically like to push a little bit more before it comes down. So with that being said, if anything, if I was even attempt to try to take this short, I think would be now if I wanted to try it. But again, you can see that would be it. You're breaking that level, so you can possibly pull right back down to 43.93. Just trying to short that. So yeah. All right, so MLHR, that's that one. So let's see what he has. Stop gapping at 5+. Like to see more of a push at open. Would love to see 43.44 on it. Went a little higher, but not too bad. And then top it off and look for a 2 to 3 point pullback or on it or more. So that was that one, MLHR, that he had on his notes. With this one, to get more downside, the key spot to break right now is 44.25. You break 44.25, you can probably get another pull. I think probably right in this area. MLHR. Then once you break that level, but right now you're pretty much, if you were scalping it, this would be a level I would be taking some of my scalp off. Short side, this can bounce. Have to be careful. But what you will want to look on this one is watch this flag forming. If that flag breaks, then it's a curl on you, just like it did here. All right, it's the same concept, same thing, same pattern forming on you again. Got to be careful. Pops it, this can rip on you, and again, this is the pullback that you wanted. So let's see what happens if it does pop it. He played Zoom. I'm pretty sure you guys know Verizon joined forces with Zoom, so that was a catalyst behind that one. I think Zoom ran pretty nice this morning as well. BYND meet will offer. I did not even look at BYND, so I don't know how that played out. BA was another one that they traded. I think he wanted a pop at open or a nice little pop or whatever. Let's see what it says. Stock gap in 25, down 25 OMG. Anything under 350 is a buy. I don't know what else to tell you. This is just another. So he felt as if any pull today was a buy opportunity to try to bounce. BA. Let's go look at that. So 350 and below, the buy. So you didn't get the full pull, but this is just another pickup. This pop towards 370. So he feels as if anything, this can probably push back up towards that 370 area. And if you look at it, he pretty much nailed it. There goes your pop, 370. Once you hit the 370, then look for a nice fader. You can take it short. So yep, you pretty much got it. You got to pop that open right into your spot 370. If you get 370, you pretty much said take it short. There's your short scalp. You're in and out. This is a pretty fast trade. So if you're not quick with the fingers, not one to be screwing around with, because this can rip your head off if you're on the wrong side of this. So that was BA. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Sorry, guys. So BA, back to that one. And this was, I was looking at the wrong screen while I was talking to you guys. So here's BA. You get the pop towards that 370. Once you get to 370, look for a pull. He got the pull. He probably wanted 350 and under, but you didn't get it. Again, trend break. Once you get the trend break, you take that long. Try to bounce it. Trend break again. This is how I pretty much gauge my trades. I don't care about nailing the bottom. I lost too much money trying to nail bottoms. So here's the trend break. And again, this is one I wouldn't take, because look at this on the pop. And then if I have to do this trade, I have to be able to withstand a pullback to the low of this candle, because I'm taking it within this top part. So I personally wouldn't have took BA because I don't like the setup on it. But hey, that's me range wise. But he nailed it. Notes was on point. That was a great trade by AJ. And then what else did he have? Ross, ROST. See what he had on it. So I like doing this because it helps me look at trades and see what was his percent. Oh my goodness, do you guys not see this gap fill that this can possibly happen? Wow. As you can see, I didn't even have this one on my list. So even with this one, guys, watch this. This is what I'm saying. These are like money trades once they set up. Right? Look at this. Trend break, you take it long, look where your risk is. And so far, this is actually playing out pretty well. Stress-free trade, look at this. And then all you have to pretty much do is pretty much just walk it up on the trend. As long as this trend doesn't break, you stay in it. Look at this beauty. So, wow, that one. Again, I don't catch them all. Once I get a couple of trades that I'm looking at and I feel as if I want them, I wish I would sell this. 103. Yeah, this has some nice range. You can declare base on this one. See this base? Nice little basin. As long as you didn't break that 98.84, you're fine. Bounce. So once you take it and it's actually testing that spot out, you have a whole lot of room. So look at this. So you're looking at here, 98.999. Once you pop that level, got some. Let's look at it. So what I would do here now is I would start looking at my charts to see what are next levels of resistance or things that I want. So if I was looking at this Ross, the level I'll be looking at on this break level, come on, right here. So that's probably where it's trying to go. This little dot right here, that'll also tell. Breaking it now. Once you break that 104 is where you possibly can go, and you got some room to run. You got some room. Why was this down? Ross Goldman cuts the sell rating, puts a 91 price target on it from 102, gapping down 3. I'd like to see it pull at open a little more, like 97, 98. He got 98.84 area. Then watch for shorts to come and cover some. She'll push back through 100 and 101. So he's calling a push back towards 100 or 101. He pretty much got the 100 mark. So he's probably looking for 101. Let's trade. What was the other one? JWN. Another one. Is this it? JWN. think this was also a Goldman Sachs short, right? Goldman short. With this one, it did give the pop at open right into resistance. Um, this is one of the Nordstrom is one of the stocks I fear most. I think through my whole trading 4 years, I have blown an account twice screwing around with this one. So I didn't even look at it this morning. I kind of fear this one. I got to get over that fear someday, but this is one I fear, just like I used to fear Roku. This is one I do fear right here. Just can't seem to be on the right side of the damn trade on this one. I mean, even if I read the news and everything, if for some reason, whenever I get in this baby, it seems to go against me, and I'm like, no, not screwing around. So great call, AJ. Don't come over here. I'll go something. Stop. I'm Goldman Sachs, sell rating, 30 price target, gapping down, $120. I would like to see a full gap fill, then the top off. Full gap fill, not almost. Really good. 31. We'll see. Just collapse. You take out this low. I think this is just good form. Break that there. Flag. Got two flags. Flag. This is the one you need to break. You break that. You can pull this back. Then you take this low out. PECK. You know what that is? Never traded this one. PECK. Never traded. 17 million agreement to contract solar. Stupid, but it's crazy stuff. $1.75. Push, no volume. So he's basically saying if you get the pull, you can probably towards 70 and below, you can probably curl this one, right? Announces, but crazy stock gapping up $1.75. I'd like to see this push out or more than impossible, then slow fade. Then stock use wide stops, give it room. If it pulls to 7, that's why. And under, nibble some long. Once it runs, it's gone. So he's basically saying if he was to take it off this trend breakdown here, then stop. Trend break. Yep. So you trend break, start taking this long, little to nothing risk. See if you can go. I think once you start getting the curl, you get the volume in, people start spotting this. So I think this probably, if you can get this back to 738 area, you can probably get this to put 738. Get that there. Get some volume going that can push nicely. What was the one that we was looking at earlier? I think that was MLHR. Was it MLHR? As you guys see, here it is. It's happening. Breakdown, right? Goes. So you're almost there. Remember, I told you guys if this continue to break down, the spot that you're looking for is right here, which would be 43.92. So area you should be careful. Watch this flag. See how it got rejected. Once it got rejected on the trend, you know you have more downside. Right into 43.92. Then you just step it down, take some profits along the way, and walk this baby down. So that's MLHR. All right. Yep. Other than that, guys, that's basically it for me. I am done trading. There's no need for me to do anything else. Again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Give it channel a like if you like what you're hearing. Share, whichever. Other than that, oh yeah, and don't forget subscribe, guys. Other than that, it's pretty much it for me. I am done for the day. I don't think I'll be trading anything. I'll probably get back tomorrow. The one that I didn't do today was this CAG. Negative earnings. It is down. I think it closed yesterday 29, around that 29.03 area. This was one I was looking at. Wanted to short this one. I end up going with WBA and ABH. So with this one here, the numbers is just, to me, horrible. I didn't like the numbers. So I felt as if this would pull, pretty much pull again, trend break. So if you are trying to bounce this, you can probably bounce it right into this 26.03, then 26.35. The best entry to me was probably right to get in it. Arrow drop, consolidation, trend break. But if you're taking it here, tight stops, see if you can get it back up to this. I wouldn't even do it. 25.69. You're looking at even like a 30-something cent move. What will be your risk? Too bad. That's it. Not too bad. So that's one you can possibly try to bounce. And then if you can get it back to just 26.35, at that point you can probably push right into like 26.60 area. So this one is starting to curl off the sell off. But let's mark this. And these are the things I look for. Go. Should be right here. So 26.04. I'm getting better at just seeing it right off my eyes, like just looking at a stock. Then you want to watch this bear flat as possibly for. Breaks. That'd be the pullback level. This would be the one you don't want. This would just be a pullback, consolidate, side. More upside. All right. Other than that, guys, it's pretty much it for me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Subscribe to the channel, or whatever the case may be. All right, guys, take care.